My name is Peter Ralston. I studied with Wong Man from my late teens until my early 30s in a Chinatown basement on Pacific Avenue. For many years, I was the only non-Chinese student there. Some of my fellow Chinese students from that time are still alive and can confirm this. Wong's wife heard a lot about me from him, as I became the most famous of Wong's students, being the first non-Asian to win the full contact world championships in 1978 in the Republic of China. During my early 20s, I approached various Chinese martial arts teachers in San Francisco's Chinatown, proposing a tournament exclusively for instructors. They all declined. When I mentioned that Wong had agreed to participate, one teacher remarked, "Of course he would. He'd win." This settled any doubts I had about Wong's superiority. Now, let's delve into the infamous fight between Wong Man and Bruce Lee. This encounter has been shrouded in mystery and conflicting accounts for decades. According to Wong, both he and Lee were misled by a man named William Chun, who wanted to see them fight. Wong claims he went to Oakland to confront Lee about some alleged statements, which Lee denied making. However, Lee suggested they fight anyway. As they discussed the parameters, Lee requested no kicking, and they agreed to avoid strikes to sensitive areas like the groin and throat. But as they went to shake hands, Lee immediately attempted to punch Wong in the face. Wong managed to dodge, only receiving a graze across his right temple. Wong emphasized that this was the only mark on his entire body, while Lee ended up with welts all over. The fight lasted for a considerable time, perhaps 20 minutes. Wong claims he had Lee by the head twice and could have killed him, but chose not to. Interestingly, Lee began kicking and targeting prohibited areas, breaking their agreement. Wong, however, refrained from kicking, stating, "Lee broke his word, but that didn't mean I would break mine." In the aftermath, Wong was deeply upset by the rumors and lies circulating about the fight. He took out a full-page ad in the Chinatown Times, challenging anyone to fight him in public. This bold move led to a few challengers in later years, but none fared well against Wong. Years later, when Linda Lee, Bruce's wife, published her book with a different account of the fight, Wong was furious. It's worth noting that Linda Lee wasn't present during the fight. Wong sought to sue her for defamation, and we hired Melvin Belli, one of the top lawyers at the time. During the legal proceedings, Linda Lee offered Wong $25,000 to settle out of court. This amount, equivalent to about $127,000 in today's money, was a substantial offer. Belli, along with myself and my partner Debbie, advised Wong to accept, as it was the best outcome we could hope for. It would have been a tacit admission that Linda couldn't defend her statements. However, Wong insisted she must say she lied. He was more concerned about clearing his name and protecting his students' reputations than the money. Unfortunately, Wong's refusal to settle led to a court loss, as defamation proved impossible to prove. This opened the floodgates for more negative portrayals of Wong in media and movies, often depicting him as a villain to preserve Bruce Lee's legendary status. Throughout his life, Bruce Lee never spoke ill of Wong after their fight. In fact, Lee incorporated many techniques from Wong's repertoire into his own style and movie performances. It wasn't until after Bruce's death that negative narratives about Wong began to circulate, largely to bolster Bruce's infallible image. In recent years, efforts have been made to present a more balanced view of Wong Man. A movie, The Birth of the Dragon, portrayed Wong in a more positive light, though it took significant liberties with the actual events. While not entirely accurate, it at least attempted to connect Wong and Lee in a less antagonistic way. As Wong's student and someone who witnessed much of this history firsthand, I can attest to his skill, honor, and the complexity of his relationship with Bruce Lee. The truth of their encounter may never be fully known, but it is clear that both men were exceptional martial artists who left an indelible mark on the world of martial arts.